Ahoy hoy, it's your boy Attack Slug, and this is my 2013 Game of the Year list for digitally released games. I don't play a lot of iOS games, but sometimes you just can't ignore the groundswell of accolades. Such is the case with Device 6, which is a text adventure in the most literal sense. Stunning sound design and a gripping narrative make this a must-play if you own an Apple device. I spent large chunks of this year getting lost in the roguelike genre, and regardless of how you feel about that particular naming convention, Super House of Dead Ninjas is one of the best. Tight controls, fantastic sprite work, and a well-designed progression system kept drawing me back for just one more run. Attack of the Friday Monsters, a Tokyo Tale, is kind of an unfortunate name for what ends up being a very relaxing style of game. From the creators of the My Summer Vacation series, this is the first chance we've had to ever play this kind of game in English. Even if you don't have any nostalgia for 1970s Japan, this is still an incredibly charming game and a great way to spend an afternoon. Very few times this year did I find myself staring in amazement and laughing out loud at a video game, and it feels like at least half those times was playing the Stanley Parable. Not so much a game as it is an exploration of game design and narrative, and maybe it only appeals to someone who's been playing games as long as I have, but it still remains one of my favorite experiences this year. Antichamber is a game that came early in the year and has really stuck with me throughout. The stark visuals and mind-bending puzzle design have proven that the first-person puzzle genre is far from tapped out. If you feel the nature of video games is not challenging enough, you owe it to yourself to give this one a look. Sometimes you just want to punch thousands of dudes, and sometimes you want some fan service for a show you've been watching for years and years. One Piece Pirate Warriors gives you both of these in spades. Getting rid of the awkward platforming sections of the first game and upping the amount of playable characters has worked wonders. Even if you don't care about the Warriors franchise, if you like One Piece games, if you like One Piece, this is a game you need to play. It's been a rocky road for the Ace Attorney series. Capcom decided not to localize Investigations 2, and this game only got a digital release. That aside, it is still a phenomenal Ace Attorney game, and totally worthy of the pedigree. While it remains to be seen what the future holds, if this ends up being the series' swan song, I'm kinda okay with that. Gunpoint is one of those indie games I recall reading about years ago and promptly forgetting existed. The open-endedness and unrestricted game design led me to playing through stages multiple times just to see how I could approach things differently. Humorous dialogue and satisfying controls made this one of the best indie games I've played all year. Corpse Party Book of Shadows takes an entirely different direction than the first game and plays out as a visual novel as opposed to a 16-bit adventure. But much like the first, even with the limitations of a handheld system, the game has the uncanny ability to disgust you with its extremely descriptive text and binaural sound design. If you own a PSP or a Vita, this is the game you need to download. I never thought I'd be giving this hot spot to an iOS game, but Yearwalk is a stunning example of a developer truly using the strength of the platform. This is a game meant to be played in the dark with a good pair of headphones, and even though I was playing on this very small screen, I almost dropped it when the jump scares occurred. Smuggle Games has scored 2 spots on my top 10 this year, and cemented themselves as a studio to watch. Even if you don't have an Apple device, don't worry. Yearwalk is coming out on PC next year, and I'm looking forward to getting creeped out all over again.